Hello and welcome to the channel where I describe how I increase the amount of Bitcoin I own without buying any. Today I'll be describing how I do that and looking at an interesting trade. So let's start by looking at the Bitcoin chart against Tether. The price goes up, the price goes down. To be honest, I'm not very interested in that, because the way I increase the amount of Bitcoin I own is by buying altcoins and selling altcoins. I buy the altcoins at a lower price, sell them back into Bitcoin at a higher price. So let's have a look at an example of that. Here's the Zcash chart. Now we see the price was squeezing for a while, and then at the end of the squeeze it shoots up. So I use green rings and red rings to show where I do buys and sells. I bought down here, I sold up here. The box, this purple box, represents sort of target. The idea is that it reaches the top of the purple box before it reaches the edge. If it reaches the edge first, it's timed out. If it falls below the bottom of the box, then the trade has failed. But on this occasion, it was a very successful trade. And another one, Uniswap against Bitcoin. Again, we see a squeeze, and then once the squeeze is finished, it moves up. The inner purple box represents an intermediate target with the same idea that it reaches the top before it reaches the side. It's very common for it to go through a target and then fall back below it, and then through it again, below it, and then onto the final target. Again, it fell back and went through it. Here's Atom against BTC, a squeeze followed by the rise through the target, falling back, then final target. There's so many of these examples recently. Doge, we have to have Doge, this is a crypto video, isn't it? So I owned Doge for like one day and it went up 50% in terms of Bitcoin. I'm only trading against Bitcoin, not against Tether or any other fiat currency. So I buy Doge with the Bitcoin here, I sell the Doge back to Bitcoin there. Bitcoin Cash, similar story. Hex, which looks better on the day chart. And Hex has been really going amazing. After the target's reached, anything can happen. It can carry on, it can fall back, it can fall back and just keep falling, it can fall back and then go up again. Once it's reached target, that's where I sell, and after that I don't know what's going to happen. Depending on, if it's a coin I really like, I'll only sell maybe half or a portion of it because I think it's got good potential to overperform like Hex did here. So the interesting trade is Loopring. I've heard some good things about the fundamentals, which always is nice. But here we've got a really nice squeezing formation, and now we've broken above that falling line. It's already gone past the first intermediate target and has fallen below it. So I actually bought back here. I tried to anticipate the squeeze. I bought a bit early really, so I haven't bought again at this squeeze. But if I was to come to this chart now and see it, I would be interested and I would place a trade now. Of course, this is just what I'm doing for your entertainment. This is not financial advice. What you do is up to you. Your successful trades are yours to own, and your unsuccessful trades are yours to take responsibility for. Okay, now you may be wondering how I do all these drawings. Now I learnt this sort of technique from the Crypto Sniper. I'll include a link to his channel in the notes. It's his method. I apply it possibly quite wrongly. All these charts are just my own ideas based a bit on what I learned from him. If you want to learn how to do it, I suggest you watch his channel, enroll on his course. It would be wrong of me to teach his method on my channel, but I do feel okay about sharing interesting ideas which I haven't learned from anyone else. So that's today's video over. By all means comment, and look forward to seeing you on the next video.